Welcome to day 5 highlights of the European Paraswimming Open Championships here in Funchal, the capital of the island of Madeira. There are 4 great days of action so far, and day 5 kicked off with the women's 100 metres breaststroke SB5 final. World champion from 2023 was Verena Schott of Germany, and she was right next to the world champion from 2022, Great Britain's Grace Harvey. It was Harvey who led the field through the first 50 metres, with Italy's Arianna Talamona, who was placed second in the world rankings this year in close attendance, one lane up from the Great Britain swimmer. Verena Schott, world champion from last year, was trying to make a comeback in the closing stages of this one. She has had many head-to-heads with Grace Harvey in recent years, but it was Harvey who kept that very slender lead as they came into the closing stages of this 100 metres. Talamona was still in contention, that black cap of Italy in the top of those 2 yellow lanes, and Verena Schott was making a comeback in the closing stages, but it was Harvey who maintained the lead and hit the wall to claim her first European title in this event. Talamona it was who got in ahead of the world champion from last year, but it was Grace Harvey who was crowned European champion. Talamona continuing her good run of form to take the silver, and Verena Schott with the bronze.
Next up, it was the men's 100 metres breaststroke SB5 final, and fastest qualifier after the heats was Swiss swimmer Leo McCree. He occupied lane 4, and he led at the first turn by those slender margins, just 2 100ths ahead of Andre Ganishka. McCree had turned in a 41.05, but he wasn't having it all his own way. And with 15 metres to go, it did look like Ganishka was moving ahead into that gold medal position. McCree was fighting back, but he was starting to pay the price for that early pace. And Spaniard Antoni Pons Bertran looked strong at the top of the 3 in the centre. Ganishka went under the flags in the lead, and he looked like he'd done enough. But Ponce Bertran, having an excellent week here in Madeira, came through on the final stroke to add the European title to his World Championship title from last year. It was gold for Spain, silver for Ganishka, and bronze to Leo McCree.
In the women's 400 metres freestyle S9, fastest qualifier from the heats was Vittoria Bianco of Italy. She had won a gold medal in the Paralympic Games as part of the Italian relay team in Tokyo, but she was yet to win an individual medal on the international stage. One lane up from the Italian was a 16-year-old Emma Mecic of Croatia, and as the race progressed with 100 metres to go, it was Mecic who took up the running, with Bianco in second place, and reigning European champion Sofia Konkoli of Hungary in third position. As they came over the last turn, 16-year-old Croatian who really burst onto the scene last year at the World Championships to take a silver medal, was looking to make it one better here at the Europeans. It was a big lead for the Croatian, leaving Konkoli and Bianco to fight it out for the silver and bronze medal positions. As they came in to the flags, it was Mecic who had that clear lead, and it was an excellent time for the Croatian as she finishes in 4:45.38. Great time to do your lifetime best, and Emma Mecic would be the European champion. The reigning champion Konkoli had to settle for silver this time, and it was Bianco who claimed her first individual medal on the international stage with a bronze.
The men's 100 meter butterfly S10 final promised to be an exciting one. Stefano Raimondi of Italy, the world champion, looked to add to his major medal tally. He led at the turn, 0.34 from Igor Nimchenko, who showed excellent lead in the 50 meters freestyle on night one to take gold ahead of Raimondi on that occasion. This time though, Raimondi was not leaving anything to chance, and he'd opened up a body length lead over Nimchenko as they came into the final meters, and Raimondi took the victory in a time of 54.9. Raimondi very consistent in this 100 meters butterfly, regularly posting 54 second times at major championships. It was the in-form Riccardo Menciotti that came through to take a bronze for Italy, and Nimchenko had the silver, but Raimondi a champion once again.
In the women's 50 meters freestyle S4, Germany's Gina Butcher went in lane number 4. She has already won 2 gold medals at these championships so far. Gold in the individual medley against Natalia Budkova, who was right next to her in lane number 5, and also gold in the backstroke. So Butcher, looking for her 3rd title, was under threat with Budkova in lane 5, putting the pressure on the German as they came down to the final 10 metres. In 3rd place, Fontcuberta Cervera of Spain was clear in the bronze medal position, leaving the leading 2 to fight it out at the front. And it was a strength of Butcher who claimed the gold with a late surge in 43.29, just 0.35 of a second ahead of Natalia Budkova. So Butcher wins her 3rd gold medal of the week, with Budkova taking the silver medal and Fontcuberta Cervera taking the bronze for Spain.
In the men's 50 meters freestyle S4 final, it was difficult to see past pre-race favourite world record holder Amir Omer Dadon of Israel, who occupied lane 4. His compatriot Ariel Malia had an excellent heat swim to qualify in 2nd place. And the question was, could he consolidate that to take his first major championship medal? Dadon led through 25 metres. The Paralympic world and European champion was a class above everybody else as he came in to stop the clock, 37.79. Malia did hold on for the silver, and Roman Zdanov took bronze from lane 7. The 2 Israeli athletes were the only ones to dip under the 40-second mark, and it was another gold medal for Dadon and Israel.
In the women's 50 metres freestyle S8 final, champion in the 400 freestyle earlier this week, Zina Francesca Palazza, was against the Paralympic champion in this event, Victoria Ishilova, who led in the early stages in that pink cap. Palazzo is trying to reduce the deficit of that one-arm stroke of the pink cap of Ishilova, but it was Ishilova in the end who just had the advantage ahead of the fast-finishing Italian to take the title in 30.59. Great swim from Ishilova, and who claims her first European title in this event. Palazzo has to settle for silver this time, and Paula Novina continues a good day in the pool for Croatia as she takes bronze.
The men's 50 metres butterfly S7 final was set to be a speedy affair. Ukrainian Yevgeny Bohodayko qualified fastest in the centre lane, but he wasn't going to have it all his own way. Andrei Trusov, the world and European champion, fresh off a world record in the 100 metres backstroke last night, looked to have it sewn up with 15 metres to go. But youngster Turgut Yaraman of Turkey had other ideas as he finished with a flurry from the bottom lane number 2, and overturned the result from the backstroke. Yaraman broke the world record in the backstroke to finish silver behind Trusov, but today he beat the European record to take the gold. Christian Sardi dipped under the 30-second mark for an African record, 29.94, and Boa Daiko took a bronze.
In the women's 100 metres freestyle in the S12 class, swimmers with visual impairments, it was World Championship silver medalist Anna Stetsenko who was fastest into this final. Alicia Berra next to her in lane number 3, and 2 swimmers further up, Maria Delgado Nadal and Germany's Maike Naomi Schwartz were all in contention. 4 swimmers were all in a row as they approached the end of this 100 metres. It was a great contest for the medals, but as they approached the last 10, it was 2 swimmers who stretched away in front of the others. Stetsenko with the green costume right next to Alicia Berra. They came into the wall absolutely together, but it was Stetsenko that got the touch by just 6/100ths of a second from the Italian Berra. Delgado Nadal winning a close contest with Maike Naomi Schwartz for the bronze medal, but it was another gold to Ukraine, another gold to Anna Stetsenko.
The men's 100 metres freestyle S12 final saw the Salai brothers qualify in the 2 fastest lanes. Younger brother Raman Salai is a world, Paralympic and European champion, but it was world record holder Maxim Varaksa of the Ukraine that led at the turn. The question was, could the Ukrainian Varaksa hold on to that fast start as everyone chased him down in the final stages? His compatriot Yaroslav Denisenko looked to be going very well at the top of the pool. He came in ranked world number 1 and he stopped the clock in a world leading time of 52.83 to take the victory. Varaksa did hold on for the silver, and it was the younger brother Salai that took the bronze for Azerbaijan. 2 medals for the Ukraine and 1 to Azerbaijan.
In the women's 200 metres individual medley SM14, it was world record holder Valeria Shabalina in the centre lane next to Great Britain's newcomer Olivia Newman-Baronius. Newman-Baronius recently set a world record in the 100 metres butterfly, and it was no surprise to see her ahead of Shabalina in the early stages. Shabalina, very accomplished backstroker, and she regained the lead ahead of the Great Britain swimmer as they went into the breaststroke. Olivia Newman-Baronius has been showing great form in a number of events since she burst onto the scene in Great Britain and in the World Para Series in Italy recently. And as they came into the final turn, it was Newman-Baronius who just had the edge over Shabalina, with the fast finishing Maureen Espiau of France also in close attendance. It was a real head-to-head as they approached the end of this 200 metres individual medley. Shabalina, the world record holder, just behind the newcomer from Great Britain, and Olivia Newman-Baronius showed great strength to hold off the challenge from Shabalina to claim gold in 2:25.63, just a second ahead of Shabalina. And Maureen Espiau celebrating on the lane ropes her bronze medal performance. It was silver to Shabalina, but the gold went to Olivia Newman-Baronius of Great Britain.
There's a small field in the men's 200 metres individual medley SM14 final, with Australians Budd and Schluter representing the open category. The battle for the European Championships was in the centre lanes, and Great Britain's William Ellard led after the butterfly. He's very much been the in-form swimmer in this classification group. this cycle. But it was Dmitry Vanzenko in lane 4 who had an excellent backstroke leg to hit the front of the field. Vanzenko extended his lead on the breaststroke while his compatriot Vasil Krajnic moved through into silver. Ellard was holding on to the bronze medal position, but it was a race against the clock for Vanzenko. With 15 meters to go, he looked like he could be challenging the world record. He came under the flags to stop the clock in a very quick time of 2:07.98. Less than half a second off the world record of Gabriel Bandeira of Brazil, but eclipsing the European record of Great Britain's Rhys Dunn by 4/100ths of a second. Vanzenko has been the bronze medalist at the last 2 World Championships, and he added a European gold to that here in Madeira. His compatriot Krajnic, who took the Paralympic Games bronze medalist in Tokyo, came in ahead of a fast finishing Ellard for silver. So the 2 Ukrainians got to share the podium together. That European record was confirmed, and it was Ellard that picked up the bronze. A full set of medals for the British swimmer and another gold to Ukraine.
Madeira, your medalists.
In the women's 100 metres freestyle S11, it was Lisette Bronsma, the world and European record holder, looking for her first title of the week here in Madeira. She has been in great form, Bronsma, and she went through the 50-metre mark. She was just headed by Anastasia Shevchenko in lane number 6. But it was a phenomenal turn at the top for the Dutch swimmer as she stretched away from the others, gained her a big advantage as she came down the second 50. The only question left was, would Bronsma challenge her own world and European record of 105.14? She's been in great form, a lifetime best in the 50 metres freestyle earlier in the week, stood her in good stead, and as she hit the wall, it was 105.42, another sensational time for Bronsma, and good enough for her to claim her first title of the week. Lisette Bronsma confirmed in first position. It was Daria Lukyanenko who took the silver, and Marina Podobna was on the podium in bronze medal position.
In the men's 100 metres freestyle S11 final, defending European champion Edgaras Matakis of Lithuania went in lane 4. World champion Daniel Chuvarov went in lane 2, but the in-form man of the moment Roger Dorsman went for the Netherlands in lane 3. It was Matakis that led at the turn by the most slender margins of 0.15 from Dorsman, and the 3 centre swimmers were together at the 75-metre mark. As they went into the final 15, Dorsman's strength started to show as he pulled away from Matakis as he was fading, and Koutachville was finishing strongly. Dorsman stopped the clock to take the victory, and in terms of finishing strongly, it was world champion Danilo Shuvarov who came from nowhere to take the silver medal. All pretty even down the first 50 metres. Matakis swimming how he knows best with that raw speed, and he looked good. He gave himself a chance, but it was Dorsman who added to his gold medal tally. With 15 metres to go, Chuvarov was nowhere to be seen, but he finished in lightning fashion to get the touch ahead of Edgaras Matakis. Dorsman was celebrating a 5th gold medal in 5 days. Chuvarov another silver, and Edgaras Matakis another European medal. It was 2 golds in 2 races for the Netherlands, thanks to Roger Dorsman.
In the women's 50 metres freestyle S6 final. It was the Irish swimmer Nicole Turner who was fastest into this final. She had her teammate one lane down, the 16-year-old Dervla Brady, and the two Irish swimmers had a good start. Switzerland's Nora Meister in third position as they went through the halfway point. Nora Meister, the winner of the 100 freestyle and the 400 freestyle in this classification, was looking to do the freestyle treble. As they approached the last 10, Turner had a clear lead, but Meister was coming back with every stroke, and as they hit the wall, they were absolutely together in a time of 35.51. A shared gold medal for Nicole Turner and Nora Meister, and the Irish were celebrating another medal with a 16-year-old Dervla Brady taking bronze.
The men's 50 metres freestyle S3 final saw gold medalist in the backstroke, Denis Ostapchenko, also the world champion in this one, go in lane number 6. But there were swimmers swimming on their front as if it was a freestyle event, and getting off to a good start was the in-form Josiah Toff, who's having an excellent week for Germany in Madeira. But the find for the French has very much been teenager Dimitri Grandjour, who came in from the heats as the fastest qualifier, and he stopped the clock with a world-leading time to take a gold medal to add to his gold medal from earlier in the week. Toff held on for the silver, and Ukrainian European champion Palamarchuk had to settle for the bronze this time out.
In the women's 50 metres freestyle in the S13 classification, it was European record holder Carlotta Giri of Italy who went in the centre lane. On either side of her was Gia Pergolini and Elena Kravtsov, and they were all in contention in the early stages. As the race came into the last 5, it was the power of the European record holder who just took her to the front of the field, closely followed by the American Pergolini. It was a fantastic race for Carlotta Gili, claiming another title here in Madeira. And Gia Pergolini has been on great form as well. It was a very, very close contest for the minor positions, with the two Spanish swimmers coming in absolutely together, Emma Filou Martin and Marianne Polo Lopez. As the race came into the closing stages, it was Gili just with that lead over Pergolini, and the two Spanish swimmers touching in 28.07. Gili celebrated. Pergolini will claim the European Open silver medal, and the European silver medal will be shared by Emma Filou Martin and Marianne Polo Lopez, just 3/100ths ahead of Elena Kravtsov.
The final event of the evening was the mixed 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. In this one, each team can field a combination where the classifications of 4 swimmers can add up to a maximum of 34 points. They can swim with less, but they cannot exceed that number. On this occasion, all teams fielded a various combinations of that 34-point total, and it was the Netherlands swimming in this event for the first time that got off to an excellent start, with Olivier van der Voort posted a time of 58.3 on 100 metres backstroke leg. He handed over to individual world champion Chantal Judeveld, who put in an impressive performance to extend that lead for the Dutch. There was a battle between world championships Spain in 4 and Italy, the silver medalists last year in Manchester, in 5. And it was Judeveld who still led at the halfway point for the Netherlands. She handed over to Florian Bulcher, who broke a European record in the 50-metre freestyle on day 1. So we knew she had good speed, and she was looking to put in a solid performance. on her butterfly shift. Stefano Raimondi put in an excellent breaststroke leg for the Italians to hand over to Alicia Scortacchini as she swam the butterfly. And it was Jose Maria Alcaraz that was in hot pursuit for the Spaniards to get back on level terms. The Dutch looked like they were in a commanding lead though, as Van Hoefhaven took to the pool for the final leg, the freestyle leg of this relay. He was the lowest classification swimmer on that race, so he expected to be chased down by Xenia Francesca Palazzo for Italy and Sarai Gascon of Spain. The French were in fourth position with Emmeline Pierre, and the Dutch looked like they were going to win for sure, but the question was, what time would they go? The swimmers were shocked, the spectators were shocked, as they stopped in a huge world record time of 4:26.54 to obliterate the previous record held by Australia of 4:29.86. The world record was announced and confirmed in venue. Italy took the silver, also swimming an excellent time, and Spain were just half a second off their old European record to take the bronze medal.
So it was a good way to finish for the team from Netherlands, and they are in fourth place on the medal podium. Italy still lead the way, with Ukraine in second, Great Britain in third, and that shared gold from Ireland and Switzerland helped them on to the first page. Croatia joined the nations who have won a gold medal, with that goal from Emma Mecic, and also a bronze for Croatia as well today. And as you can see, 17 nations have won golds here, and 27 nations in all have won medals as we head in to the final 2 days.